we will honor the 4th of July, the Independence Day of the United States. And so here, you should, as like practices of the Bodhisattva vehicle, being Bodhisattvas, we remember our country with love, and we feel grateful to our country with love, because this is our country and it is all the people. And so now America, especially in this world, actually is supporting other countries also to attain freedom, independence. So it is a very kind country, and we recognize that kindness today. And in general, in whatever you do, think that whether it is a dharma or a mundane activity, think that I want to benefit this country. So remember your country with love. And so now we will sing together the American Anthem. And also if you're coming from another country, then also at that time you can think of your country and make your prayer to yourself in your mind, praying that your own country also will experience peace and well-being and will improve and develop and be a free, independent country and so on. So at that time, so also please make your prayers. So first, before the empowerment, we will sing the American Anthem together.
Everybody ready? Have your flags, if you want them. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Okay, now
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties above thy fruited plain. America, America, Tara shed her grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining
So today we are receiving empowerment of Cakrasamvara, and the other day I already explained much the meaning of the empowerment in general, so we will not go too much into that today again. But in general now, when we receive an empowerment, for example in the path of individual liberation, the sutra path, there is a practice called sojong that is purifying and restoring, and that is practiced every month to purify and restore any broken vows. And in the secret mantra, in the Vajrayana, when we receive an empowerment, there are also samayas, the commitments. And actually receiving an empowerment becomes such a purifying and restoring ritual, actually. So it purifies any broken or damaged samaya, and then it restores the virtue. So that is the reason why it is actually meaningful to receive many empowerments. Actually, it is explained in a text that explains the benefits of the empowerment. It says that once you have received an empowerment and have understood its meaning, even if you do not engage in practice in this life, then through having understood the meaning of the empowerment, after 7 lifetimes, you will then come to know the meaning of the empowerment. Or in other words, throughout 7 lifetimes, the fruition, the results of having received that empowerment will come to ripen. So the benefits will ripen. So today we will receive the Cakrasamvara empowerment, and the historical background has been translated into English, so we will read that in English, but maybe also since that is live streamed, maybe some Tibetans are also listening from other places. So Rinpoche said I will then first read it in Tibetan.
Doctor Sangman je samje la na me ba yang ta pa do ba sangje je ko phang la go par sa nya ba ko long da din be singu do bo go ban do le re je pa sa chuk je sen sa je je chu samje je sa wong da o shi 变了没多看这个刚动的你话这手到那些上全部东北上没到让这个用个人们从 be sawu marong ma ta tikin je lam mam sanje je yong ti tamche ji ne person ji ne person c'est pas ça tout c'est là le ba le ra le be sawu da wo song je jin zhe sen ba jian bo kun de人bo ji go long san zhou sen ji na yo wang ge wa jia xin jiu ne shi min ji sa le min ji you wen zhong wa ji xi song ba dang do ju jin jun ta ye ba da ne zhong wei三把这张展呢，万丈技能，一把所大有，这块到啥家，东把咱没弄完，送把的拉了多去，拉了多去万个人去嘞，拉了多去那把，一把刚到山丘的生我把来修把上。干个车在那个山丘的生，这把去吧，这车一把样，山丘生吧。街吧，上海就过去呗，上丘生把车的，一些钱包，万个人上海就搞的就搞啥耶，刚大个上丘就生，都把马脚把车的呢，就把么子的车的呢，就搞大了，就搞了大没有过车的了。那呢，啥家到上海到地方没啥好些，是我干的，上丘做的生意吧，各种那么的少吧，搞起来这到各种的，就吃人就讲的是把人差，对了，等的，就这些人他说吧，那么，就那个人，那么就是按他考虑的这个，过来怕要这不说不全部，那。人那这什么人把这位从介绍么着哇进中选看见的中是这是把人就完了对呢一起超级把进中啊进变得这句嘛把个句了从了怎么说马来也是说这他句的刚成进差不多说吧是那的情感心里切把的就把这像这会有多，这会用是做把当日记基本那就是你练的什么，这样说不全部都是这个把当，搞了多这上阿爸呀搞了呢就呗，六十甚至就把嘞。那这不是完全不都是这个把来就呗，明啊，告诉做就把个人忘记是那些人吧，什么就把啦，等于那么就把人把那不多人不钱呢，都是人钱那家，去把自己个在这一些叫做个叫钱那去那么人钱就不出去别嘛，搞完个这忙生那家老公是那去把什么。搞完去就往这去就找完那人把就把设计那啥事，原来是你说的，忘的什么，感觉上都用这种把破这套药嘞，感觉上都怎么点在长了套药那个等养家的把人的浪起家我不觉得养家需要的空，这里在那上海了是好像啥吧的，那里我那个在啥的需要的。
So then I will read the history. How sad that all sentient beings equal to the limits of space are endlessly drowning in samsara, the ocean of suffering. Listen with the intention to establish them all in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, complete enlightenment. In the Gandharva Sutra says, child of noble lineage, bodhicitta is the seed of all the Buddha's teachings. For example, in order to grow a certain flower or tree, you must plant the right seed. If the seed were not one of the desired flower or fruit, it would be pointless to plant it. Similarly, the arising, sustaining, and increasing of all the qualities of the Mahayana or of a Buddha depend on the seed of bodhicitta. The omniscient Bodhisattva Gunu Rinpoche said, if your motivation is bodhicitta, then even sexual union can be a great virtue. The medicinal sprout that cures disease grows from a medicinal root. Since the motivation of bodhicitta is essential and the very basis of all the boundless sutras, tantras, and commentaries, there is no need to mention that empowerment should not be given if it is lacking. It is not sufficient to merely disclose mandalas and mudras. The Empowerment Tantra of Vajrapani says, Vajrapani spoke, Manjushri, if a bodhisattva who engages in bodhisattva conduct has trained in and accomplished bodhicitta, wishes to enter the doors of the secret mantra, he should be admitted into the mandala of the knowledge mantra by which the empowerment of great wisdom is bestowed. Those who have not developed bodhicitta should neither be admitted to enter nor permitted to view the mandala. One should not show them the mudras and secret mantras. Therefore, it is crucial to listen with the perfectly pure motivation of bodhicitta at this time. The innermost secret yoga of Cakrasamvara is the ultimate perfection of the 4 classes of Tantra, belonging to the unsurpassed Tantra of the Heruka family. In the noble land of India, numerous commentaries and traditions have emerged from the gradual transmissions of the great accomplished masters Luipa, Krishnacharya, and Gandapada. By virtue of the extensive translations of these teachings into Tibetan, many Tibetan masters have attained supreme wisdom. For example, in the practice lineage of Marpa of the Kagyu lineage, many siddhas, such as the supreme siddha Milarepa and the successive masters and disciples, have appeared one after the other like a garland of stars neatly aligned. The power of their blessings is superior to others. Of the 2 yogas, the perfect mandala and the co-emergent yoga, this ritual belongs to the latter, the co-emergent yoga. It includes 3 systems deriving from the great masters Vajra, Gandapada, Garabdorje, and Abhayagara. Of these, the 4 stages of the profound blessing empowerment are accomplished mainly in reliance on the Upadesha system of essential instructions transmitted through the great accomplished master Vajra Gandapada. The lineage of gurus is as follows. Budun Rinchen gave it to his hard son Rinchen Namgyal, and it was then gradually transmitted through the scholar Chandrakirti, the master Yeshe Gyamtsum, the venerable Khenrab Chögyam, Lama Rinchen Gyalpom, the Mahasiddha Bima Garwang, the master Mangtu Namgyal, the Acharya Sunam Chupel, Shamar Garwang Chugi Wangchuk, and the master Dharma Kirti, up until the root guru. And so Rinpoche himself had said that at the time when receiving the Kagyu Ngangzum, the whole body of the Kagyu empowerments, the treasury of mantra, at that time Rinpoche had received it, and then again at Palrim monastery from Lamchen Gyalpo Rinpoche another time. And so that is because this practice is extremely profound, so he wanted to clarify also the lineage.
Septi sajer pingo san lochi uni zongde ti sawa chichong kare na lapchebo chado yori pindi nibachebo yori eso ti kanga na ti pindi nibachebo de solo pingo yori de rangi nigar pingo yori eso rang koro simchi tamchi dungi ke sawa chik mato yomar kamsong korwa de dungi chik tawa de danzi eso 이 샤바체의 취조포 제세제동 서동들 단디디 총도 로버탑 총도 손에 담아 메이도 또탑 밑에 대선 거를 대회들이 그다 지금 관리로 이 핑고 소리 로티게 따라 하지 니가 핑기요래서 뒤체에 봤대 시에요래 아 대시송한테 가려나 말도 없음질 핑고 다른 소소 핑기요래 나를 핑고 산들 세가 핑고요. 세가요 나디 젠로 게다 나도 정말 대시죽이 이치고래. 대저도 세계요리지. 싸워 대치보시에는 그냥 고라고 가시고 섭신을 대서고요. 너는 가르치는 이제 피고 산로 대리사고 다른 피바 대리치에 도요 말이지. 들이잡도 bak가는 라고 또 되더니 사바다 hin지 추래. 추시바니 뭐 가래. 추진이 뭐 상히지에서 다 상히지 유도서 간 제 맡음라들이 다 서서 답 작업만 도서 딜로디 크지기 치고요래.
And so one important thing that was mentioned here again in this in the empowerment text is that is the motivation for receiving the empowerment. And that's really always very important. No matter what we practice, the motivation is always most important. And it has to be a pure motivation, a good motivation. So what is a good motivation? It is when you think, may I be of benefit to all sentient beings. And actually, we always mention that. But if you have that state of mind that wishes to benefit sentient beings, then no matter what you do, it will become very vast and very powerful and truly beneficial. And so who actually benefits then from your intention? Yourself and also others benefit from it, because there is only one single root of suffering for all the samsaric sentient beings. There's only one root of suffering in the three realms of samsara, and that is self-grasping. And in order to pacify self-grasping, the various Dharma teachings have appeared. There's 84,000 Dharma teachings, but they all are just a method to first decrease our self-grasping and then finally eliminate self-grasping. So no matter what you do, however strong or great your virtue, your practice might be, that intention is most important, that you always have a wish to benefit others. And if you know that, then even if you just say one Om Mani Padme Hum mantra, for example, it will be of true benefit. Whatever you do with an intention of that, may that benefit me in some way, then already with that motivation, whatever you do will become only maybe half beneficial, and the other half, on the other side, actually you are perpetuating self-grasping even more. So that is really very important, and actually we always mention that, so you've heard that before, and it's actually quite easy to understand. So if you really understand that, it can stay in your mind. So for some individuals, it really stays in their mind. And we have also mentioned before that this altruistic mind that wishes to benefit others, that is your best friend, and there is no greater friend than that. During the refuge vow, we have said your best friend is love and compassion. That is the Dharma. What we call the Dharma, the essence of the Dharma, is love and compassion. And if you only have that, if you only have love and compassion, even if you don't do anything else, actually that in itself is sufficient. So to develop that mind is really crucial.
Bedasada Samaya Mana Palaya Bedasado Teno Ba Tesano Meba Sodakayo Meba Subujayo Meba Anarado Meba Sarva Siddhe Mepara Yesa Sarva Karma Sutta Me Tetam Cheyam Kuru Hong Ha 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 ho banga ve sawa tata gata beda mami mutsam beda mo samaya do om sawa tata hanga da abe kenga samaya jere ye om abe le da om be om so ba so Soba Joda Hong Toman Yari Long Rally Jokojo the Gong Hong Sobaju Sona Alice Wang Yajo not with Nando Udas Hong Kong the Bam Bam Dali the Toman 라나가 사오제스 받아 저러고 매바 롱요 사원도 저베들 좋아래 니만 저가다 왜 가도 이제 야나 말을 하고 저거 나도 가다가 가오도 나왔더니 저도 껴다 예매들 들어든다 아에 오르르레 오아와 가가가가 따다다냐 따다다다다다다나 와와와 열로 저거도 하 자오마 홍 뜨면서 들리는 말이 저거들 하는 거였으면 동생 정말 저것은 얘기했으나 성 얘기해서 야 다섯 거서 니좀 봐. 저 우마가가 야가야 야 저라저다 베다레다 베자다 맞아라 그런데 저가 내야 아마를 저 하는 소마야라 기도 뭐 사와서 되면 라게 되다 야세 봐야되라 보자다 봐 디라다 맞아 좀마다 마마서 가다 세서 맞아 사야가 많이 홍홍 베베서 아마가가 야가야서 야우자라 저자 베다레다 베자다 아마다 아마나 저가 내야 아마를 저 하는 소마야라 기도 뭐 사와서 되면 라게 되다 야세 봐야되라 보자다 봐야되라 맞아 좀마다 마마서 가다 세서 맞아 사야가 많이 홍홍 베베서 아마가가 야가야서 저 사바다레다 베자다 아마다 아마가 내야 아마는 저 하는 소마야라 기도 뭐서 메라이세서 야세바 야세라 보자다 보야타 지라타 맞아 좀마다 마마서 가다 세서 맞아 사야가 많이 홍홍 베서 사야 소나 말이다 사야 소나 말이다 되잖아 말이다 누구 소나 말이다 야 소나 말이다 찾아 소나 말이다 니들 소나 말이다 지들 소나 말이다 가르 소나 말이다 마음이 소나 말이다 말이다 얘라고 너저도 야 그래지 김치 또 만들기라 너저도 야 그러지 내미도 와도 봐라라 거와도 이제 그래 잘라서 야 소마 레저 그룹 달아 떨어뜨리지 달아도 모르고 저 떨어져서 매지 와 나는 들어가다 매도 말한 거 다시만 거 되는 거 하면 이제 저 로는 저 나머지 좀 와들 보다 도와내 일러서 보고 저 남과다는 습진 남지 동네가 저 단진이 뒤집어라더니 가리는 매라 봐야 돼. 저리 라그 무슨 조바다 이제 들어가거든. 다들 열었지 봐. 사이메라라더니 가슴 습진 나그 매라라더니 라그 다들송아. 내 싸움 매라라더니 다디도 나과가면 사지를 보고요. 이 사지 탐지 사촉세도서 진핑으로 서토송 산도나 내 매라부에 들이 거서들 매라분데
The root of all suffering of all sentient beings as limitless as space is self-grasping. And as an antidote to that, we always offer a mandala. And the outer mandala offering is the actual mandala offering, and also the mandala that we bring to mind, the mentally created, and all the sentient beings, the entire universe and all beings. And then the inner mandala is to offer everything that you personally grasp at, self-grasping, or the things that you own. And the secret mandala is to offer up your self-grasping to the Buddhas who abide in the space before you, and then think that in return, having offered up your self-grasping to them, in return, they grant their bodhicitta and their altruistic mind, which you then receive. So now we will offer a mandala.
la gala la me la banza me me la for the quality I am some of the watch the other countries in a Saji Tomchi Sabi, just some Saji Sabi. I'm a rapid, just some Saji of the previous already.
And so Rinpoche says the reason why you might wonder why I'm wearing this fancy hat when we offer the mandala. So the reason is because during the mandala offering now I am representing all the Buddhas of the 3 times. And when you are offering the mandala, therefore you should also think I'm offering this mandala to all the Buddhas of the 3 times.
The name of this Hajet of the big garden, because of the quality by the petios. This is any toxic topic, no matter the Kelly. Then the one was good on the Saji Tamchiki, then another home mambo to the Marina, then Katomar, one cook, 3 gongo, much love of body or talk on some marriage.
So then once we have offered the mandala, then the Buddhas are very happy about that. And so now think that all those Buddhas have appeared before me like massing clouds. And then also in their presence, you are then taking the samayas and the vows and so on. And then when we come to the actual empowerment ritual, then also think that there are countless Buddhas and those empowerment deities who then come to confer the empowerment, holding vases in their hands, conferring the empowerment into the crown of each and every one, each and every being. So that means that you shouldn't just think of yourself receiving the empowerment, and also not just think that it's just when you have received this vase on your crown, the physical vase, then that's when you have received the empowerment.
Data was cheaper Kata to one good Juba on his own day. Lama Zangi, your Marissa, not this Haji Tamchik Nagosati. The Kata Tawa Tompota, one good Juba was an Zangi or Marizani. Data Hakwa, oh, Sanab Tamchi, Lama Swinana, the Sanab Nama, the Kotos and Chipari, now quite the flash button in Nagio is the take corner. The one comes in the pen, the Bachimbo.
And so that is the real way to receive the empowerment. And so the secret mantra, the empowerment is also conferred by means of symbols. So sometimes people think when it comes to receiving an empowerment, taking an empowerment, that it has to be taken from a very precious lama. And so then they think that there are better and worse empowerments and better and worse lamas who give empowerments. But actually, if you really understand the highest view, and if you understand the lineage and so forth, then you really understand that there is no better and worse actually. It all really is the same. If you understand that, you know that actually, no matter which Lama confers the empowerment, the 3 jewels, the blessings are always the same. The deities in the sky who confer the empowerment are always the same. And so if you understand that, then whichever empowerment you receive, the power will be great.
Then it's one should do your buy, you must about how to do it in one should need to talk you. Then one told me so, something the key, something. Like you could draw these zone this and it comes on St. Gilbert or the Tamsix of the key, mother. 1 minute trying to do it in the top of your long top of your that's on woman.
And also, for example, like myself, I also can't always go to different places to receive empowerments. And I do want to receive different empowerments from masters like His Holiness, the Dalai Lama, or His Holiness, the Karmapa, and so on. And nowadays, it is also often live streamed or also kept, we can watch it on TV. And that is also a way to receive the empowerment. And in fact, there is no difference at all. It makes no difference whether you receive the empowerment over the TV or in person, because what is important to receive an empowerment is your faith and your wish to receive the empowerment. And so for this reason, those who really want to receive the empowerment, those who follow us from afar, they are actually receiving the empowerment. And for the empowerment, what is actually most important is the samaya, to keep the samaya. And the samaya is love, loving kindness. And that begins with those companions, those people that are close to you, those near you. That's where you start. And then you extend that. You expand that until it reaches all sentient beings in the 3 realms of samsara. So keeping the samaya is most important when taking an empowerment. And now for all these reasons, you can receive an empowerment or also a transmission from TV or from live stream, and there is no doubt about that.
Then Tamsik Mosungore, they subject any Judo song Matana, Chutu song tona, Yatilla song tona, then Dar song tona, they song Chasso, Kato song Chogore, son Ping, something Machavari, Chutu song of Ping de Yorese.
So then we come to supplicating the deities that abide in the sky before us. And those supplications that we repeat are also very important. It's very important to actually hear the various samayas that we are taking, because especially here there's all various different samayas explained here. But then even if you're not able to keep all those samayas all the time, you can, for example, keep them for 1 hour or for 24 hours or for 1 month. You keep it for however long you can, and the benefits really are incredible. Even if you just keep those samayas for 1 hour, there are benefits.
Garchen Choda Dunbade Lobun Chuna Gongsa Sor Jiangchep Qianbu 13把 Gubo Qianbo Dancarlo Damsek Deni Dalazor Jiangchep Semjiang Dalazor Sangye Qudang Gendunde Japsum Dajang Dalazor Tarba Qianbu Zhongzhuo Gongbu Dane Yukta So.
Then in English, great joyful one, my teacher, master, please consider me. Supreme Master who guides on the path to great awakening, please grant me Samaya, grant me the mind of bodhicitta, grant me the three refuges of Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. Protector, let me enter the exalted city of great liberation.
Gela, Ji Rang, Sangje, Changche, Yi Ji Zong, Sangje, Chu Zang, Som Cho La, Changche, Parthe, Da Jam Chi, Rang Jin, Dong Ni, Rab Drab Sir, Sangche, Semne, Ji Barje, Sangcho, Choge, Semne, Ji Jine, Semjin, Tamje, Daki, Ruta Nyer, Changche, Jumcho, Yi On, Ji Barji, Rola, Pincer, Sangje, Drapparisho.
English, I take refuge in the three jewels and confess each and every wrongdoing. I rejoice in the virtues of all beings and shall hold the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas dear in my heart until attaining enlightenment. I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly in order to fully accomplish the purpose of others and myself. I shall give rise to bodhicitta, having given rise to the Supreme Mind of enlightenment. I welcome all beings. I will practice the supreme bodhisattva conduct that is pleasing to all. May I attain enlightenment for the benefit of all beings.
Samba dan ngi yo mi ji na de le ran yi xia yo o ngi de qin gang le ping de no do sim jin ko zhuo lang de wo da xi ge de 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 zhe xi pa yo yo de me de sama zhu lam bi nga yi zhu zhu ba ta ji yi dong wa cha de yo de de le ran yi ge de me de tong se de de su ran to ran yi ge ge wa ta ko yo de tong da sen de samba dan ngi yo de le xia yo de me de sama yi dong wa cha zhou yo de de.
So one important line here is, we said this bodhisattva conduct that is pleasing to all. That is very meaningful. So a person who possesses love and compassion, they will also naturally possess some wisdom. They will know, if I do this, that is how it will affect others. If I do this, it will be beneficial. Or if I were to do that, it would be harmful. Or if I would get angry, then it would affect others, and so on. So a person with such wisdom would be able to see it that way. And so then if you are mindful and aware in all of your activities of body, speech, and mind, then whatever you do will become pleasing to all. And then pleasing because just naturally anyone who sees you will be pleased. So they will be benefited, or they will receive merit and virtue. And so for this reason, someone that has love and compassion, because they also have wisdom, naturally whatever they do, it will be pleasing to others.
Sevje, Sangje, Tamje Zang, Bawo, Namjor, Ma Namgun, Dala, Gongbar, Zed So, Darang, Menshi Jave, Tunze, Nene, Zone So, Chesi, Changchup, Ningbu Bar, Chestar, Tusum, Gongbo Nam, Changchup, Dene, Nimzepe, Changchup, Semne, Lanami, Tamba, Dagi, Gebarje, Turchem, Jine, Lapazang, Gewe, Chune, Dubazang, Semji, Dongche, Turchem Sem, Sosor, Dingbor, Zongwaji, Sangje, Namjor, Dombala, Sangje, Chudang, Gedunte, Lana, Mebe, Hunchosem, Tene, Zamde, Zongwaje, Dorji, Rincho, Chimbola, Dorji, Chervu, Sajayang, Teko, Nani, Zongwaji, Lopon, Tajang, Zongwaji, Renchin, Rincho, Chimboye, Tamseg, Yida, Onwala, Nire, Yinda, Tu Chokta, Jimba, Namje, Tata Jin, Changche, Chimbo, Lep Songwe, Peme, Richo, Takbala, Senang, Sangwe, Tekbasem, Bambe, Chune, Zongwarje, Leje, Rincho, Chimbola, Domba, Tamje, Dimbarne, Yangda, Nize, Zongwarji, Chube, Leja, Jenuji, Changche, Semne, Lami Cho, Tamba, Daki, Jibjine, Semjin, Kunji, Tongji Ser, Dagi, Domba, Malu Zong, Madar, Wanam, Darwarji, Mador, Wana, Drowarji, Wokma, Chimba, Wok Yongshen, Semjin, Nyangi, Delago.
And in English, all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas Dakas and Dakinis, please think of me just as the Buddhas, after 3 times, gave rise to bodhicitta. So shall I, who am called, say our name, give rise to unsurpassable, sublime bodhicitta from this day onwards until attaining enlightenment with the Samaya of the Buddha family. I will practice and firmly uphold all 3 types of discipline: the discipline of refraining from negative actions, the discipline of practicing virtue, and the discipline of benefiting beings. From now on, I will always follow the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, the unsurpassed 3 jewels, with the Samaya of the Supreme Vajra family. I will always hold the mudra of Vajra and Bell as a sign of the ultimate nature. With the delightful Samaya of the Supreme Ratna family, I will engage in the 4 types of generosity throughout the 6 times of day and night, with the Samaya of the great pure Lotus family, born from great enlightenment. I will individually uphold all Dharma teachings, the outer, inner, and secret vehicles, with the Samaya of the Supreme Karma family. I will uphold truly each and every vow, and I will make offerings to whatever extent I am able. I will give rise to sacred, unexcelled, supreme bodhicitta for the sake of all beings. I will fully uphold all vows without exception. I will liberate those not liberated. I will release those not released. I will lift up those without breath. I will establish all sentient beings in nirvana.
다 소속의 주보의 혈동만한 yin 바라들이 누구서라 다다 수지 선제 핑고 서버 로팅 오르들이 다 중중 저변아 다 신강삼 지들은 진짜 동담 상쪽 세종 오라더니 생광 오들 도지가 보생아 봐 중중 오지 오자 대답을 거도 거리에
And so then next, think that your own body becomes empty, like a crystal vase, and then you have given rise to the wish to benefit all sentient beings. And so then think that this wish then becomes at your heart level a small moon disk. So that has the essence of the relative bodhicitta. It is maybe like a thumb joint or so, a very small moon disk at your heart. That is the relative bodhicitta. And then on top of that, then there is the essence of the ultimate bodhicitta, or the essence of your own mind, appearing in the form of small vajra with 5 prongs, white in color and luminous, also at your heart on top of that moon disk. So always keep that, hold that at your heart.
선배님과 그것도 산책시는 거 어떻게 나왜 정원이야? 그래서 산책시는 거 도저가보테가 벤체바 저 오늘 사와요가 사와요가 되다 어바다야 어떤 저 뒤지고 담지저 뒤지고 담지저 선절락저 뒤지고 담지저 저도서 조저 저거도 마주고 나나와 마다야 마대바 나나야 마에 노 니가는 상하게 동상계들이 대바 매발라들이 남미가 말했지 않고서 바소발로도 이거에 대바 버리시는 거 봐요 말에.
And so what the empowerment text says here is that one should not share the meaning of the secret mantra with those who do not have any faith, because then there's a danger that they may cultivate a wrong view or mistaken view. And however, there is no harm in sharing any of that with those who have faith.
Om Namah Hong. Om Namah Hong. Namo Namah Hong Soha Om Namah Hong Namah Hong Namo Namah Hong Soha Om Namah Hong Namah Hong Namo Namah Hong Soha 다 controls을 잡으시니 당에 삼제에서 정의인스 다 삼제에서 당에 다 보자기 토마라 와그 자와지 다 보자기 인선.
So then when we take refuge in the three jewels, you should think that I am going to uphold love, loving kindness. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to hold on to the root of the Samaya.
네, 주제냐고 저 동생님 나서 버스야. 동생은 먼저 도지도 주는 저 삼아야 되는 나게. 네나 암늘다 의다가 다 등내에서 주제 산화도 제가 이제 말람 이제 광고와 대 주제 사고도 추정 말라니나 봐요. 뭐다 대가리에서 저 양아와 마바완 쳐서 뒤에서는 영어 동어 줘다래. 다지 책들이나 로봇은 예를 엄청 거요. 알아야지. 이게 로봇은 송 책들 강리. 삼제들이 삼제는 마저는 왕 마지네 양들이 삼제 몇 천원야와 남지가 저거를 주동에 남지가 영어를 같이 왕순의 답책이요. 왕순의 답책이요 말이 뒤싸와니 말이. 왕순의 답책의 삼제를 다 보지 않나? 제 양송을 남상지 쏘서 그래. 오 같은 삼제 양송 호소랑송. 당 우리 지 당한 정말로 사치 관리 자랑세티 공사 주로 호소만도效果치 두고 요래. 탑지第三季做什么的，但忘了你说清楚嘛，成为龙他肉，但这里就忘了知道吧。
So here in the empowerment text it says that one, as a Samaya, one should not humiliate or denigrate the Vajra master. So here Rinpoche is the Vajra master. But what that actually means is the words of the Vajra master. You should heed the words. And what are the words of the Vajra master? The words are cultivate love. Hold on to that. So that is one thing that you need to hold on to. And so then now saying that this is the Samaya, now some people have this view that because there is this Samaya, when you receive an empowerment, they think that then if you can't keep it, then it's maybe better if you don't receive the empowerment. But actually, that is a mistaken view, because anyone who doesn't have any love will naturally go to hell, whether you receive an empowerment or not. It has nothing to do with the empowerment. So it's not that only when you receive an empowerment and you don't keep it, you go to hell, but not if you don't receive the empowerment. So it's not related to receiving the empowerment at all. actually it's better if you receive the empowerment, because even if you break it, you will then have some awareness and remember, well, actually I took the empowerment, I took that samaya. Now I've lost my love. Then you will quickly be able to remember that, and then you can restore that samaya also very quickly. For example, you can then apologize to the person that you maybe denigrated, that you got angry with. You can go there and say that I'm so sorry. Please don't be angry. I know that was a mistake. I shouldn't have had these corrupt views and so on. So if you have the empowerment and the samaya, then even if you break it, you will have some recognition when you break it, and therefore you can easily confess and purify it. So really, love, being the samaya, love is really like the life tree of the empowerment, or it is like this life-sustaining thread, like the string of a mala, for example, that keeps everything together.
다음에는 도저히 가고 생각하세요. 오친 보여서 그들이 거대요 찹송사 삼제요 되게들이 전 고마를 때 봐서 고마들이 이제서 아주 찹송 삼바sem이라 선호당 백점 들이지 지리 고바들 아빠나송 다 맥세 되더니 저 고바들 람서 다서 받지 그 바들 람서 semran 맥 살고래지 가장 제일 거로 제일 모델이 속으더니 진짜 사역거들이 대다가더니 생사서 보래.
So now we have visualized at the heart, you have visualized this small 5-pointed white vajra, and that vajra is luminous. So now think that brilliant light emanates from this vajra, and that light pervades all of samsara and nirvana. And this light is the light of love. The essence of this light is love. And when it reaches all beings in samsara, it becomes this loving light of loving kindness. And when it reaches all the higher beings, then the light becomes, this loving light becomes faith. So cultivate immeasurable love and close your eyes. You have received a picture of the deity, pick that up, hold it in your hands, then close your eyes, visualize in this way. And later when I ask you to open your eyes, then in an instant, directly look at this image of Cakrasamvara, and then have that image appear in your mind again and again. The other day when we spoke about the generation stage, the visualization, this is really where it begins. And so then later we develop the entire form of the deity.
Pardorje Samba Dala Wabda Sor Tevjin Shikpa Tamjeje Senji Lobche Senji Lobda Sor Pardorje Samba Dala Wabda Sor Tevjin Shikpa Tamjeje Senji Lobda Sor Pardorje Samba Dala Wabda Sor Ate Mekti Cemetery Dorje Tasir Sente Namkanitri Pangkano Samjesi Chava Papa Nametini Niki Samjir Tamson Listen to Wanga Nangamonga Testur Jaranga Yavi Naba Niki Samjir Chapa Naya Tamson Sangom the Warete.
So then you can close your eyes and continue to visualize this Vajra, the nature that has the nature of your mind, your awareness, and then also visualize that from the sky, rain shower of Dakas and Dakinis and deities falls down and dissolve into the entire universe and all beings. And then think that the 5 elements and the 5 afflictive emotions all become the nature of the 5 Buddha families, the male and the female Buddhas. So think that all these deities all descend down and then they dissolve like raindrops into all beings and the entire universe.
老板那个这个多帮你介绍二送送的人，他妈才有工作嘛，不也白马当用这不要吃饭的吧，也讲个就问你看，咱们菜这个是不直接把多几这不对吧？你妈老红不过完了，吃这个搞不懂吧？不明这不是到了韩国不对吧？有弄个这个我也到啊，把这用一个这个到了阿妈不讲呗。刚把龙不就用龙个这过去，把咱们的没就我们我这是一个热情罢了，或者是把这吃饱了对吧？300个罗嘛，这已经被那个个上就这那些。特送过也都是老早的经常在南街上进红灯哈啊也个那吧，等就刚不罗个龙不破案呢。咱们这就做小马当红拉说不，或者就绿塔大公公的讲啊，就我们是红不，啊一些啊当巴呀干巴子啦什么呀，叫那一些咱俩也红啊，咱们地上面子，阿康为啥红？这里找个生命在那拿茶喝。这地这哈呢，这地这那啥东啥多啥东嘛。马拉这人都就是帮哎，求姐妹呢，这把它做几门的那没啊，他些门的就把这叫那早就叫那早就红，说哇，这人都就是帮，让去就门的就把做的。这把都叫他大讲说啊，他没个些呢，他后来就把了样子打过来，然后来就搞我们这里是弄几个长没把他让那个驴，你看这里从他就把差的驴就往外要，是你们外要的。这里在那个路个忙过来，这会儿没就还高要的，后来在做过去做那，到那这里，碰看经济上这啥了没有要来的上周什么。
So now open your eyes and look at the image of Cakrasamvara, and then look at that image again and again. And now when you visualize the form of Cakrasamvara, then also recognize that the entire outer universe, the limitless universe, and your own inner body are of the same nature. Both consist of the 5 elements. And based on that, you also will know that in the future, you can ripen into the nature of Cakrasamvara's mandala. So your aggregates, your elements and sense sources in the future will ripen into the deity if you give rise to bodhicitta.
They cause a harm or that's how much the Lobo Yavan Poker, no cha songs, that is our song. And you direct to party this.
You got also. That's good. Where's my pens? Oh, here. Okay, thank you. It's Tamboti logo there. Tamboti logo. Okay. So first in the empowerment text, there's the visualization for the actual empowerment. So you visualize the light radiating from the seed syllable at the heart of the Vajramaster, appearing as the principal deity, summons the disciples who then enter the mouth of the Vajramaster. Passing through his body and Vajra path, they enter the lotus of the mother and assume the form of the Bhagavan, the co-emergent Cakrasamvara, according to the visualization. They are expelled from the lotus of the mother and take a seat on the empowerment shrine. The light radiating from the seed syllable of the Vajramaster's heart invites the Buddhas of the 10 directions, together with the retinue in the form of the empowerment deities, into the space before you. So regarding this, which is that now when we hear that visualization, normally disciples might. Actually, all of the disciples, all of you have the nature of Buddha, the Buddha family. You have that nature within you. But then disciples don't understand that, and it might just seem that you enter the Vajramaster and the Yabiyum aspect, and then you are born as their child, and so that it shows that actually you have not known that before, but actually you are of that family. That is actually your true nature. So here at this point, if we had a, do you? Do you have a blindfold? Yeah. So, yeah, lengore. We have to take it off here, actually. Yeah, take it off. So actually at the point where it says, look, where we said, look at the image of the deity, that's when you're actually supposed to take it off.
Oh, yeah. One beda bam brother da zo one beda de bam brother da zo one beda along brother da zo one beda gede da da zo one beda neve de da da so do je je sa je la do jo be che dong wang ju den ne je da sa je da la sa de zo ji lo go jo zo da be ce de ji je ken go ja wang ga gong ma ze no wa la zhong de de ya yum ja mo ji ya ba ma de ju huang han ne 왕고면 봐도 사실 말은 저 시조 도망도 도는 저게 때 염남 저들 열라니 la ya ba da bo lo lo me zeng so de ya de ba de la so ba de je me to da ko la so ba chan be yin be zum de de yo ba ko zum de da yi che ba na de je ran bie je na je chu je da la wang ko je ni ji de je ko no zum de de bien che ba ko zum de Dani, Chimbo Nam, Toji, Ramjin, Ji Nam Ji, Chuji, Dala, Wan Gorje, Wan Gorje, Jabana, Kazabaya Sati, but I go to Dorje Sune, Dorje Sama Samzon, Sanjako Jim Barza, Umbeda, Ambeda, Daka, Bekeda, Hong Sata Sado, Panama, that's all got to buy it. The time or the songs on way. Much of what the Major wanted to buy it. Then it can be punctured from the Machade, Chesama. Look, Mapalati and Nakasa, and Murray, one Shari, one could use somewhere.
So Purnima's head has represented all your heads. So now the vase has been placed onto all your heads. And so like one head represents 100 heads. So anyways, then you receive the vase water. And when you receive the vase water, then you drink about half of it. The other half, you place it onto your crown. And then visualize that actually there is an empowerment deity above the crown of each one of you. And each one of you has this empowerment nectar poured into your crowns.
One good second of the Namka, one good Laton, the Tashi, Naba, Papa, the Jive, Papa number one got the Wagon Namka, one of the Sajka, the same thing. Can't be one thing at the slap the flag, slap top to your much like one Mary, the Unity.
Yeah, in the empowerment words, it says actually these empowerment deities, they pervade space everywhere where there is space, and they are holding in their hands the empowerment vases. So before that, it said that when they proclaim verses of auspiciousness and so on. So the empowerment deities hold those vases, and they pervade space everywhere, wherever there are sentient beings, and therefore wherever you are, no matter where you are, and you're receiving the empowerment, you're receiving the same blessings. So it is not just this one vase held in the hand of one person.
The lager Roman, you want young Pumba Nature. You over the Javarin, how Bajajula, Land the Jetawanga, La Ropo, Tabuanga. So what the money did do? Kangi, Dane, Chukile. Rang Tang, Xindong, Si Nu Cher, Doji, Lopong, Jin Wang, Togi, Derji, Dala To.
In English, through your kindness, I will accomplish the objective of others and myself. Please grant me the treasure of compassion, the empowerment of the Vajra Master.
Dorje, Shira, Jerubala, Labatayanda, Jo, the Jezavana, One, kita tahu je, mungkin tu je sejalan. Terang tu je lombo je loma doa ni dah ji. Hari ini tu orang orang nak kuat jumpa. 然后我们说到那个阿伯看到他们皮说到阿伯我个嘞，阿伯不就我们都到阿伯看到红，那时候的啥东，这老米的话全部，不从头把鸡，这老嘛的老嘛拉到外找外面就把那大爷是人群，用的啊。用的大块外面那到的总之吧，就那边他的就我就吧就等于大于过到3%，到到3%呢，人那这里过到3%就我拉完的多节，到到3%我东方的希腊。这刚是真的3我这错了嘞，真的3我从去18这东嘛的，真的他经济起不当的，真的小东嘛的送到了，刚是实际上去研究一个，实际上去这里的实际波的，实际上的马扎巴这些东嘛的，那个马扎巴这上班的经济起来了，他到希腊也种，这个讲的这里大考上人错也用过那吧，地方我做人都差个地方我做去了，这一年的这个是呢，这里这样。他也得，然后就他就让去用，到处帮忙洗了不让去，等于生活里我这了，你要重庆的，你要潮南啊，你要让个我的东马里的，养到人的当家里这里，生计堂去。他们就把去叫下过，你把那这里让要用你平时你话这里要用你个肉你把嘛这里生东方的你要全部就搞这里你里面吧，采用过的，你要全部去看到我不晓得啥情况没写有的，这可能这里这种往事的这里这是来了我有的，这到我他从这里大一你没把到呢。你生经常去大一，你甚至把这吃饭吧，你下过头了哦。但我做吃饭的，超人那些的，或者晓得生经里有嘛有啥的，你生经平讨会有的，让当引入谁的觉的，但俺多就是不恰当的，种那卡起不来。
So we've had these symbols of the relative and the ultimate bodhicitta, the moon disk and the Vajra. So actually on the relative level, we have this moon and Vajra, but ultimately it all is empty. It is wisdom. And so there is, when you experience love and love arises, there's a feeling, love has a feeling, and so you feel love, and then when you look at the essence of that feeling, the awareness that recognizes the essence, that recognizes this feeling of love, that is empty, and this is the empty nature of love. And so that is called then this union of method and wisdom, or the method that is compassion and wisdom that is emptiness. And so although sentient beings are objects of compassion, actually on the basis they possess Buddha nature. So in truth, actual sentient beings do not really exist inherently. Their true nature is empty of self-nature. And temporarily they appear, and at that time we regard them with love and compassion, knowing that actually in reality they do not really exist. And so that is what we call the union of method and wisdom. The other day during the teachings of Cakrasamvara, we were introduced to the bliss that is generated through that union of the Yap and the Yum. So we have been introduced to the nature of the desire and then the bliss that arises. And we have said that the Yap, the male, represents the appearance aspect, the skillful means or method. And the Yum, the female, Vajra Yogini, that is the wisdom or emptiness aspect. So it is the actual nature of the mind together. So there is an awareness that feels, that experiences the bliss. And by looking directly, that awareness recognizes the empty essence of bliss. So we train in that gradually, and we recognize then that actually all sentient beings have that same nature. They also have these elements. And so then, knowing that, then that union of Yab and Yum, then you will recognize that there is actually just a duality in form, but within the mind is empty. And so then when great bliss arises in union, you will become free of dualistic grasping. We also have been introduced to that during the Mahamudra teachings, that non-dual primordial wisdom. And if you have understood all of that, then now when you receive the empowerment, it should be easy to understand. So ultimately, you realize the non-duality of self and other. And then once you have realized that, then when you see sentient beings who are still holding on to this self-other duality, you will recognize that, oh, these beings are just confused. Their mind is like a block of ice. They don't really exist, actually, those sentient beings. And once you have realized that, then you can really actually benefit those sentient beings. And then you can actually, that will benefit self and others, as it is said here. And then you really become like a Vajra master. So that is very important here.
시바사와 저기 유모가 하공네 유모 식성하지 유모고 식성 오다 주다 유모 마디 시간을 줘서하지 앞에나 지송사지 다 과샤로를 대 과샤는 다 법왕지 들들들이 감 탐제들이 자다 이제 유모가지 다 소리 이제 소리 다 연구요래 대 통랑 다 그요래지.
So then we say that here it says then you have transformed the afflictive emotions into wisdom, and as a sign of that, you now become ornamented with a crown ornament of the 5 Buddha families. And so how has that happened? How have we transformed the afflictive emotions into wisdom? During the teachings on Mahamudra the other day, we have explained how. We have said that whenever an afflictive emotion arises, there is a clear knowing awareness that recognizes the afflictive emotion. And we have said that through that recognition, the afflictive emotion dissolves again, is eliminated. And so that is how we have transformed. So now you have transformed through this recognition, you have transformed the 5 afflictive emotions into the 5 wisdoms. And so at that time we have learned that, and now when you hear that again, then the meaning of that should arise in your mind. And so this is when you have received this Vajramaster empowerment. And so here then the elements within yourself become purified. So on the basis, actually, fundamentally, the 5 afflictive emotions, the basis is pure. And so for this reason, when the 5 afflictive emotions become purified, they just come back into their natural state.
They have got to keep it. They have got all that. But so the general course on it. Now I have Larry sent the correction at the Shadow Melon Tavish song. This is a Mesoja 30 Yamsin Yamin Nam till Jato your Koraja Jordani. There's only more shilling Javazi. There's a Mesoja.
So this awareness recognizes the afflictive emotions, and what is important to understand is that once you have recognized the afflictive emotions, then the feeling that was generated by these emotions must completely disappear, must go away. Then it has been eliminated. So that's the important point. And so with that, you have received this Vows empowerment, and that is, we have also mentioned, related to the generation stage, the visualization. And having received that empowerment, then appearances are seen as the deity. And basically, you know that whatever appears in your mind, whatever comes to your mind, that is what the mind becomes. So anything can appear within your mind, just like in a mirror. Therefore, we call it the mirror-like wisdom. We also mentioned that the other day. So now we can take a break first, and during the break time, continue to practice, have some tea, circumambulate the stupa, and reflect on that, this transformation of the afflictive emotions into primordial wisdom. So now we take a break.
Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme. Iku sai nama dong. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani, Om Mani.